石川でございます。今、ちいさんにはこれで5回続けてこの会場に来ていただきまして、皆様が立っておられるようなところを実際に歩かれたところ
でいただきますこと、岐阜水ヘリコプターに向けて第15回ツアーオンジャパン第2ステージとなります2のステージ、晴れのスタート、こちら
The strategy today is just to stay as close in the group as possible, but if somebody takes the bonus and wins the stage and takes the jersey, it's okay. You know, the guys have done a lot of racing already this year, and they've been over in Europe, and to be honest, I think they were a little bit tired a couple of weeks ago, but they've all had a chance to recover. They've had a couple of weeks at home, most of them, and so I think it's actually the perfect preparation. Get a little tired and then take a recovery and let the body come back. And so I think our guys are in great shape. So I think they've all rested well, and now they're just going to keep coming up in their fitness. Genesis guys are helping us out there a little bit.
Yeah, Cam. If you guys can let those guys work in the final,
Then they got less after the climb.
and then you and Will can just walk off on the last line. You feel all right?
Yeah.
Left hand.
Hit it up on the climb a bit.
Yeah, on the last couple laps, huh? Take this to Cameron.
And a Coke. Good job, Panda, good job. So today's stage kind of played out like I thought it was going to. I was hoping that the guys might have been able to shake it up a little bit over the last climb, but it just wasn't hard enough. It wasn't a long enough climb for them to break it up, and the two Argentinian sprinters came back and kind of figured they would, and one of them took the stage, which gives them the jersey overall. It's really not too big of an issue though. The next stage is harder. I'm not sure if those guys can survive. Even if they do survive one more day, the Mount Fuji stage that they won't be able to climb. So then it just comes down to our guys being able to climb as good as they can and get to the top of Fuji with an advantage. From there, I think we can control the race to the finish. So I'm not worried at all. Actually, I think it's playing into our hands pretty well, and we don't have to control the race, so it's good. So today's stage is it's the third stage of the Tour of Japan. It's 145 kilometers long, so it's a pretty short race compared to a lot of the races that the guys do throughout the year. But it's a much more difficult circuit than yesterday's stage. It's got a more difficult climb that's longer and steeper. So the plan for the day is to make the race as challenging as possible. Our guys are, I guess you could say, they're fairly hardened from racing in Europe and all over the world. So the harder the race is, the more it benefits us as a team. The other teams will fall off more quickly than our guys will. So yeah, I think the plan is to go on the attack maybe midway through the race, just really start to kind of push the pace and make it more difficult for the other teams. And then in the last maybe quarter of the race, really try to establish a breakaway with Cameron and Will and possibly Adik. That's hard to get 3 guys in a breakaway, but you know, we would like to have those guys making the race really difficult. With tomorrow being a transfer day and basically a rest day for the riders, it's you know, they have plenty of time to recover before the Mount Fuji stage. So so really today it's almost like a one-day race, and we want to race very, very aggressive and make the race as fast as possible. So.
You want some bottles? Okay, the group is probably a minute behind you, so just stay on it because Cam's in there, Adik's in there, and so is Chris. No, there's not 6, it's like 12. Good job, Adik! Keep it up, Cam! How do you feel? Water? Hold on, that's a mix. Yeah. That's fine.
You can't give it to somebody else. That's water.
This is water. You want, dude? It'd be best if you can go on the attack and try to get these guys to chase you, huh? And you never know. Take one more bottle, take it to somebody else if you don't want it. Yeah. Coming into the last lap of the race, Cameron is with the group
I think it's 6 total, but I'm not really sure. We'll know here next time we go up the climb. The leading group of 13 has broken in half, basically. And so, because we have the rest of the group is more than 2 minutes behind, they're done for the day. So it's up to Cameron to just stay with the leaders over the climb. If he can finish in the front, he'll take the jersey. I think he needs to take a time bonus if one of the riders, Baliani, takes the stage, but he should take the jersey. But really, this last lap, he just has to hang on. So. Not a total loss, but it was not exactly what we'd hoped for. A group got up the road with Cameron in it. He was a little outnumbered, and obviously there's a couple guys that showed pretty heavily in the race who ended up riding away from Cam and put a minute and 50 into him.